Athletes that you have attained, I want to thank you in a special way that you have made Uganda very proud. Congratulations. I also want to tell you that I'm a very good, loyal fan of your name. Thank you. In a special way, I also want to recognize my minister for spearheading, especially domestic tourism in this country, Honorable Godfrey. Thank you so much for the good work that you have done. I don't have much to say, but I want to welcome you, especially Eddy Kenzo, to Uganda Education Center in Italy, more especially that for the first time, we have imported the tiger into the country. So later on, I think on 1st of October, we are going to invite you to launch the tiger, the first of this kind in this country. Organization to have imported the tiger into the country. I want to thank you especially. Thank you. Let me see. Yes. Who should I invite? Without wasting time, I want to take this opportunity to invite my colleague, Madame Nebo Noritos. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome here as we are going to explore our country, which is Uganda. As OWA, we are ready for you to welcome you to all our national parks. Feel free to go there. Even we are about to launch the climate tourism, so welcome everyone to our national parks. At this opportunity, I'm going to invite our guest of honor, the Honorable Minister, you're welcome, sir.
Let's give a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it good morning or good afternoon? Good afternoon. Muslim. Okay. We have, as we were moving, our marketing manager, Claire Gabi. She has just come in from the Uganda Tourism Board. She's right here. Our tourism board, the Uganda Tourism Board, is actually the marketing department that supposed and leading us into the marketing of this country. Madam Claire, welcome. UTA and Otto, thank you so much. All that is, let's welcome them with a round of applause, because these are the people I work with, the private sector. You know, the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, it's the ministry that is 70% run by private sector. I want also, in a special way, want to welcome our General Manager, Sheraton Hotel. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for allowing us to be here and having given us this ambience.
A great pleasure.
We are very grateful. Thank you so much for really allowing us to be here. This man next to me, let him come here, is the man in the ministry who runs the tourism and marketing and the tourism development of our country. It's called Mr. Vivian Riaz. He's the person behind all these moves that you see. Thank you so much, Vivian, and thank you for putting on all the energy that I put in. My name is Chwanda Godfrey. I'm the Minister of State for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. My work is to market Uganda. And I cannot do it alone. I do it with you, Ugandans. This country belongs to all of us. It's a country that cannot be marketed by an individual. It's a country that can only be marketed by all of us. Since I joined this ministry, I've been looking forward to unveil an opportunity to every Ugandan to come on board as far as marketing our country is concerned. And we can only do that when we know what we market. You cannot market something that you don't know. It's very difficult. You must explore this country if you market it. If you have to market it, you must know what you're marketing. You should know, even if you're from a media house, some media house, you always put on the jacket that represents your media house. So that you are the first person there to tell about that product before anyone else talks about that product. The product called Uganda, we must own it. God gave us the most beautiful country in the world. The most beautiful country in the world. Kenzo, you've traveled. And some of you have traveled. But I don't think there is any other country as beautiful as Uganda. No. No. Some of you, at times before you travel, you may think you want to be in the UK, you want to be in America, you want to be in Europe or wherever, or in France. And at times you may be convinced that probably those countries are better than our country. No. Nobody should deceive you. We have the best country, the best weather, and the best people. But how do we gain something out of this? Of course, by providing employment, by bringing foreign exchange. The only way we can do that is advertise this country positively. There are a lot of negative things that happen. And these negative things do not only happen in our country. They happen everywhere. They're in America, they're in the UK, in Japan, in UAE. All negative stories in these countries. But they don't put them as point number one. Because they know, once you put such things as point number one, as your headlines, you are definitely scaring people to visit your country. And wherever people don't come to our country, if we don't market our country properly, definitely we're losing employment. We are also losing a lot of foreign exchange and the money that we need to build your health facilities, the roads. The money that you see being used in the roads, paying our soldiers, it's the money that we get out of tourists. Before COVID, this ministry was earning almost $2 billion. That's almost 10% of our GDP. That's a very big contribution. Today I've come to unveil a very important personality of this country. But before I do that, I just want to take you through this. I thank all of you for responding positively to our invitation and welcoming to this media reveal of our celebrated artist, Mr. Eddy Kenzo, as a tourism ambassador. Let me take this opportunity to officially welcome him back from West Africa, where he got stuck with COVID-19 lockdown. Kenzo, welcome back home. Welcome back home. These are difficult times, and we are all faced with a global pandemic whose impact on our lives and livelihood is devastating. In a moment like this, the voice of hope, a voice of resurrection, and a voice of determination is all we need to sort out this kind of situation. Eddy Kenzo's music has been instrumental in restoring hope, building our confidence, and showcasing our strength. Everyone knows about this. When you think about sister loss, even when you're waking up and say, the sister loss, the sister loss in the boss. So you go with that stamina and that energy as you face the day. Nina stamina, Tweyagale, and very many other songs that Eddy Kenzo has really put forward and has restored our hope. Tourism is proud to be associated with such a man that has a following, a man that thinks and talks positively about our country. There are very many acts out there, but they concentrate on the negative. They are so negative, and everything they talk about our country is about negativity. But as Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, and as a government, we are very happy to see such young people like Eddy Kenzo, my young brother, to associate himself with the positive of this country, to promote this country. He's an artist whose record transcends Uganda and of a global character. He's not only an artist for Uganda, not only for Africa, but a global artist. Eddy has 7 albums to his credit during a career of about 11 years, and is growing stronger and stronger and stronger. Eddy has won several international and local accolades, notably Afrima 2017, Better Awards, Africa Entertainment Award in the USA, and the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and very many awards. On the local scene, Eddy Kenzo has been the Azam TV and brand ambassador, Airtel Uganda brand ambassador. This is a profile that we feel that as Minister of Tourism we must associate with. This is a positive. An association with Eddy Kenzo is a positive association to our country. So this profile we feel proud to associate and believe it will build the visibility of Uganda as a preferred destination to the domestic and international markets. It's not only for the domestic tourism, but also for the international market. Yes, you know, as of today, as the airport is still closed, most likely it might be opened probably this month, the month that we're beginning today. But even before the airport is opened, the marketing of this destination should not just stop until when the airport is open. No, because the marketing begins with you, the Ugandan, then it goes to the region, then to the continent, until when we reach the whole world. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, Uganda has registered strong achievements in consolidating our position in the power of Africa. In this regard, I would like to thank both the public and the private sector for the passion and hard work responsible for these results. What really made it, and our graph was really rising before this pandemic. The strength and resilience of the sector has helped us to recover in the past, where we encountered very many problems of war, and you know our country has been known for very many problems like Ebola, things like Amin, but given aggressive marketing of this country, which actually involves Uganda themselves, we had actually covered over this. And I know, even after COVID, we are still moving. We believe that tourism will be the answer to our economy this time around, and the message will be best guided by the brand ambassadors. Tourism, when you look at tourism, don't just think about wildlife. Tourism is everything. Tourism is about roads. Tourism is about hospitals. Tourism is about the peace. If you have no peace, you have no tourism. Much as you'll be having the best country, but if that country is not peaceful, you have no tourism. Nobody wants to go to a country which is chaotic. No one wants to put in his or her air ticket to come to Uganda when you're in chaos. Whoever decampaigns the peace of this country is actually decampaigning the tourism, is actually decampaigning the progress of our country. And tourism is about this. No one would like to go to Karamoja. You know about Karamoja when we used to have guns in Karamoja. Until when this government went ahead to disarm the Karamojans, nobody will think about the beautiful country, the beautiful side of this country called Karamoja. No one. Actually, in the times of the colonials, they had even put a very big sign for us. You come to Karamoja and say, you enter this region at your own cost. That used to be Karamoja. But today people are enjoying manyatas. Our tourists, when they visit the manyata, they don't want even to leave Because there is peace. Our country is peaceful from District 1 to District 136. That's our country. And we must maintain this. Because peace is a very big ingredient to the tourism sector. The strength depends on you Ugandans. In August 2016, we launched a program called Unlocking Uganda Tourism Potential. This was launched immediately when I was appointed the Minister of State for Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Remember David, when I came to the zoo, we launched a program, Unlocking the Tourism Potential. We believe that our potential is really big, but we must unlock it. That was focusing on domestic market with the objective of increasing local awareness, visitation, and investment into the tourism sector. It's now coming to 4 years since the ministry initiated this program, and I'm happy to inform you that a lot has been achieved in terms of investment, awareness, and number of domestic, regional, and international tourists have increased tremendously. If you go to Chidepo National Park today, we used to have only 2 lodges in Chidepo National Park. As I talk today, we have over 12 lodges in Chidepo National Park, the farthest national park from Kampala. Because we created awareness and people have invested into the tourism sector. And the more they invest in the tourism sector, it also brings employment to our people. It's now coming to 4 years, and I know this has actually helped to prove that we can actually make it. To achieve the targets and goals of unlocking the potential of the Uganda tourism sector, the ministry has developed a number of drivers that actually can push us ahead. On 3rd September 2016, the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities launched a program called Tulambule. It's a local initiative. Since there is no country that doesn't know since there is no country that is not doing well in domestic tourism that can do well in international tourism. So if you want to do well in the international tourists, and if you want to raise your numbers of tourists from other countries, you must enjoy your country yourself. If you cannot enjoy your country, nobody is willing to come here and lament. Tourists are not lamenters. They want to come here and enjoy. And the best way to come here and enjoy, they must see Ugandans enjoying their country themselves. So Tulambule Drive was designed to make sure that we raise your awareness. You know what you're marketing. As I began the speech, I told that you cannot market something that you don't know. The message what we had in Tulambule, which is still going on, is to make sure that we increase the awareness of Ugandans about their own country so that they can be able to market it to the rest of the world. Tulambule has made almost every Ugandan admire our beautiful country, and many have actually taken their first trip as a result of that motivation. Yes, many. The artists, last time when I visited with my sister, Zani, she was telling me she went to Masaka for the first time in life. She had never gone beyond the rail. Some of people have never even gone beyond Chira. Some have never gone beyond the way. But when you go to West Nile, when you go to, the purpose of this was to raise the awareness. When you saw the Ministry of Tourism getting involved in things like Lawrence, people would think they would love everything, but I achieved my goal because my purpose was to make everyone talk about tourism. Yes, and I was looking for something that had the same name throughout the whole country. And when you talk about the Lawrence, it had the same name from Amudat to Kisoro, from Kisoro to Koboko, from Koboko to Busia. The Lawrence is called a Lawrence. People say, why Rolex? Why is it Rolex? Yes, but I first to talk about tourism. And I want to thank the media houses that actually forward them up. And of course, some of you are like rebuking, but at the end of the day, I achieved my goal. Because my goal was to create awareness among the Ugandans. And I achieved it. The Tulambule Drive was here for that and has made almost all the Ugandan know. The tourism is effective in generating foreign exchange, as I told you. And we are expanding the Tulambule concept to target regional, international market. Subsequently, we have launched a new drive. Now, Eddy Kenzo, you are coming on board at a time when we need you most. We've been hit so much by COVID. COVID has hit us. And of course, the good thing with COVID is the pandemic. Everyone has been hit, not only Uganda. Because if it was like Ebola, we would be lamenting. But let me tell you, COVID has hit every country. What is going to create a difference is the way we are going to rise up. And Eddy Kenzo, you will come at a time when we need you most. We need Eddy Kenzo into the 4 segments. 1, Tulambule, creating local awareness. Want to see Eddy Kenzo on the streets of Arua. Want to see Eddy Kenzo on Fort Patrol, the tourism city. Want to see Eddy Kenzo in the Manyatas. So that we create that awareness. That is one aspect, Tulambule. And now as we look forward, we are looking forward for the opening of the airport. We want you now to first concentrate on the domestic tourism. How do you create this vibe? You know, the way you can sit and come up with a song, want that kind of innovation, want to associate with that kind of innovation, innovativeness, so that we can push our country ahead. This is our country. East or West, home is the best. We cannot base our progress, our future on the bazoon. It must begin with us. And Eddy Kenzo, you are coming at a time when we actually meet you. Second step that you are going to take, Eddy, is your connectivity with the region, the East Africa. East Africa. And you are going to be our ambassador, 1 for Tulambule, 2, Eddy Kenzo has been appointed also for the store. 1 aspect is Tulambule. Eddy Kenzo, you see Tulambule. He's the ambassador for Tulambule. Another level that he's going to do is the Twende Uganda tourism campaign. Eddy, we want to increase our visibility in the East African region. And you know, with your connectivity into the East African region, in Tanzania, in Rwanda, in South Sudan, everywhere, all the 6 countries, we need to increase our visibility into the East African community. We must get the lion's share of the tourists that visit us from these countries. So, as you do Tulambule, think about the Twende Uganda campaign. Number 3, Eddy Kenzo, we also appointing you today as also being our ambassador on Destination Uganda campaign. Destination Uganda campaign, Eddy, it is a campaign that we designed to increase our visibility in African countries, you know, apart from the East Africa. Tulambule is for Uganda, Twende Uganda tourism campaign is for the region, and Destination Uganda tourism campaign is a campaign for the rest of African countries. You've been in Ghana, you have friends in South Africa, you have friends in all these countries of Africa, apart from the East African countries. We want to work with you to increase our visibility in Nigeria, in Sierra Leone. Everyone is enjoying your songs in all these countries. So as they enjoy your songs, they should know that you are from Uganda and they should come and visit this destination in Uganda. So that's the 3rd level. Lastly, we're also appointing you as the tourism ambassador for Pearl of Africa tourism campaign. So Eddy Kenzo is going to work on the 4 fronts. 1 is Tulambule, 2 is Twende Uganda, 3 is Destination Uganda, and 4 is Pearl of Africa tourism. That's on the 4 fronts. 4 fronts. 4 fronts. So we are happy as a means of tourism to have associated ourselves to a man that actually not only sells in Uganda, not only in East Africa, not only in Africa, but in the whole world. That's the man we are pointing there. Eddy Kenzo. My brother, we know you are doing this as a voluntary work. Because people will ask me, how much are you going to be paid? You are going to pay Eddy Kenzo. Eddy Kenzo, he's doing this as a Ugandan. Eddy Kenzo has been hired by very many countries. I know one time when Kenya took him, I wanted to sign him out. But the amount of money I couldn't manage. But he said, I'm coming. This time, Eddy Kenzo called him, me himself. When he was thinking, I went out of the country, said, I'm coming back to work. I feel I should market this country. That's Eddy Kenzo. Even before this, you remember most of the upgrade that he got from when he donated them to the Uganda Museum. We have them in the Uganda Museum. Yeah, we have them in the Uganda Museum. So, on the forefront, he's going to help us on draining this country. My final thought and challenge to you, we need to share a story. Eddy, you need to share a story called Uganda. The only way you are going to share this story is to move into this story. You are not going to talk about CP Falls, Eddy, when you never visited CP Falls. You will not talk about Fort Portal, the tourism state, the cleanest city in the world. Fort Portal. You will not talk about it unless you visit Fort Portal. So we need you to visit the country and also to tell this story. And as a ministry, we shall be able to facilitate these visits. We shall be able to facilitate these visits together with UTV to make sure that we explore this country. We have a lot has been achieved. I know a lot has been achieved in the sector and the destination and very many things that are hidden. We need to reveal this to the world. We appreciate we appreciate you always wherever you are going. You've been marketing this country, but this time because whenever you go market them, you market this country as who? Tell them now, I'm officially a tourism ambassador for Uganda. It's our duty and responsibility to tell our friends and the world the beautiful story about Uganda. It's my belief that Uganda will be discovered and explored even more so through the eyes of our celebrated artist, Eddy Kenzo. It's our hope that Eddy will bring his music appeal to the beauty of Uganda and encourage more Ugandans and the people from all over the world to visit the Pearl of Africa. Lwaleero ekituleese wano tuzze okutongoza Eddy Kenzo nga ambasada wa tourism. Eddy Kenzo mumanyi ng'omuyimbi, naye ennyimba ze nnyingi zimanyiddwa si mu Uganda wokka naye ne mawanga mala mangi. Minisitule ya tourism nsanyufu nnyo okuba nti olwaleero efuna omukwano ogw'enjawulo ogw'okutunda Uganda nga tukoleramu ne Eddy Kenzo. Eddy Kenzo olwaleero ajja gye tuli nga twatandika dda drives ez'enjawulo ze twagala atuyambeko. Twatandika kaweefube ow'okutunda eggwanga lyaffe mu kaweefube wa mirundi 4. Kaweefube asooka kwe kuba nti tutunda eggwanga lino eri bannayuganda bennyini. Oyo kaweefube twamuyita tulambule. Mwadde mutamulaba nga tuleeta batuuzi mu Ambassad ab'enjawulo abamulowooza nti otwapointinga Eddy Kenzo kitegeeza zaali zimulonge tourism ambassador. No! Actually, singa kisoboka singa bannayuganda mwena tubapointinga. Kubanga everyone must get involved. Singa kisoboka singa okuba nti mu kaweefube waffe ono twetaaga okuba nti omuntu gwe tuleese alina kyagattako. Okuleeta Eddy Kenzo olwaleero, Eddy Kenzo alina following. Zali alina following. N'abalala, Fabiola and everyone. But today, olaba level ya Eddy Kenzo ate nayo nga twagala tutwaleko mu maaso. Eggwanga lino okulitunda terisobola kubeera lya muntu omu, lisobola kubeera. Basebo ne bannyabo, mu drives ezo nnya Eddy zagenda tuyambako embagita tulambule ye drive ey'okwagazisa bannayuganda. Si kubagazisa bagazisa wabula bannayuganda explore yakantu kwati manyi nti munaategeera ensi yammwe mujja kusobola okugiguza abalala. Ekyokubiri, Eddy kyagenda okukolako kwe kukozesa mikwano gye ne contacts ze zonna mu region eri East Africa okwongera okututunda amawanga gano aga East Africa okuli Uganda, of course, okuli Rwanda, okuli Burundi, okuli Kenya, okuli Tanzania, okuli South Sudan. Amawanga gano twagala okubeera nga Uganda yesinga okufuna mu byobulambuzi mu mawanga gano. Naye Kenya bw'andyagadde okutambula talowooza ggwanga ddala lyonna wabula alowooza kujja wano. Eyo program kagise twende Uganda Tourism Campaign. Eddy Kenzo naye agenda kubanga is going to be our flag bearer onto that. Number 3, Eddy Kenzo agenda tukulembera kumulamu omulago bayita Destination Uganda. Destination Uganda nga Nigeria, amanga nga Cameroon, amanga nga Ghana, amanga gonna ga Africa, ng'ogyeka ga East Africa. Kati campaign twagita Destination Uganda Tourism Campaign. Kati Eddy ekyakyagala tuyambako ebrand eyokuna gye bayita Pearl of Africa Tourism Campaign. Kubeera nti agitunda mu nsi yonna. Eddy ekyo tumanyi nti ajja kikola ng'ayita mu music, agenda kikola ng'ayita mu social media, abantu abamugoberera, tugenda kutambula naye Eddy ekitasobola kukikola ng'atudde waka. Kitegeeza tulina okutambula naye okubeera nti asobola okumanyibwa wonna n'ebyagenda okutunda abe nga mumanyi. Mugenda kutulaba nnyo ne Eddy Kenzo mu bibuga ebyenjawulo, mugenda kutulaba Foto, mugenda kutulaba Embalala, mugenda kutulaba Ekaramoja mu Manyata, mugenda kutulaba ne Eddy Kenzo nga tulinnya olusozi lwa Lwenzori, mugenda kutulaba ne Eddy Kenzo nga tugenda ku Source of the Nile, mugenda kutulaba ne Eddy Kenzo basebo ne banyawo nga tulambula Gorillas, mugenda kutulaba ne Eddy Kenzo nga tukyala mu eri Kingdoms, nga tukyala nga tuli mu nguudo, nga tuli mu malwaliro, mugenda kutulaba ne Eddy Kenzo nga tuwagira okubeerawo kw'emirembe, because peace webanga kuba nga likyaza abalambuzi. So tourism kyeki, tourism byebintu byonna ebisikiriza omuntu okujja mu ggwanga lyammwe. Ekimu ku kyo ky'emirembe. Bwe muba temulina mirembe, eggwanga eryo teri muntu asobola kulikyalamu. So projekiti zonna ezitwetaagisa okuteekamu amaanyi okuba tulina emirembe, Eddy Kenzo agenda kuba involved kubanga twetaaga eggwanga lyaffe okusigala nga lirina emirembe, abaana baffe basigale nga bafuna emirimu mu ggwanga lyaffe. Basabo ne banyawo, olwaleero nga kutwala omukisa guno okubanjulira mu ngeri enjawulo. Eddy will keep standing where he is. I'll come there because I know he's more central. So njagala okutwala omukisa guno kula ministry ku gavumenti ya Uganda okuba unveilingira tourism ambassador omupya agenda okuteekamu amaanyi ge gonna okuba nti eggwanga lyaffe alitambuza ate n'okwongera kuli promotinga. Ngenda kikola kino nga mukwasa fulaga yaffe eya Uganda. Eddy, this is our flag. It's the flag of your motherland. We have not shown, but we have our country. This flag, when you look at that bar, it talks about peace. This country must be peaceful. That's why we chose a bird that's not even harmful, very peaceful. One of the items that we need to promote our country, in our country, is to promote peace, to have a peaceful country, and that will help us to make sure that we attract the tourism in our country. So I want to, first of all, to wrap you with this flag. I think the hand can be out here. Yes. And today, from today onwards, wherever you are, talk about Uganda, talk about the peace of our country. For God and my country.
Honorable good friend Chiwanda Suri. At this point in time, I want to invite the new Uganda Tourism Brand Ambassador, that's Eddy Kenzo, to give his remarks, and then I'll toss the microphone over to the media for any necessary questions that you would want to either ask the ambassador or the minister or the different representatives about what's happening today. Welcome, Eddy Kenzo.
Thank you. Most especially namawulire okuva mu media ez'enjawulo, nsanyuse nnyo nnyini ddala okubeera ku lunaku luno mu maaso gammwe. Mukama Katonda wa buyinza. Ntwala akakisa kano okusooka okwebaza Mukama Katonda eyantonda n'anteeka mu nsi eno, ate nga sinsimbala olwa Uganda era ne Munnayuganda. Neebaza nnyo Mukama Katonda yansitula n'anzigya mu buyinike n'antuusa wano wendi era wensobolera okufunira omukisa ogunyumiriza wano mu maaso ga lunaku lwaleero nga tourism ambassador wa Uganda, eggwanga liyingiza obulamu bwange. Twala omukisa kano okusooka okubategeeza nti nina ekintu ekibadde kinyumiriza mutima ekyokuba nti ali appointed as Kenyan Tourism Ambassador. Manyi Kenya okuva ku Musonda mpaka ku Musonda. Videos muzimanyi muziraba mwana banga natwalinga Kenya buli wamu. Era natunda nnyo Kenya napita mu music dance and drama. Natunda nnyo Kenya napita awards bange na Uganda, East African, Africans and world over. Naye one time waliwo omwana nga mwagizi wange nansindikira message nangamba naye kwagira nnyo nanga n'ekifaananyi kyokulaza sente zikusingidde ensi yo kyogamba nti Kenya esinga Uganda kyokumuddamu kyakula. Balale Buchwanga yampita nangamba wandize n'otugamba etukwasa obuvunaanyizibwa nino tagenda kusayininga te contract Kenya kubanga olunda Uganda. Yambuuza nti Uganda bwegezanya Kenya kati owagira ki? Nemugamba Uganda. Nangamba kati otunda ggwanga ki? Nemugamba Kenya. Nangamba nkuwe ssente mmeka osobole okutunda Uganda. Nawulira ensonyi nga tesobola nandibadde kugamba ssente kubanga nalina contract mpaavu. Naye namugamba onalebo one day one time contract ejja kukwaka ate bwe nawe wendeko sijja kulinyowenga. Era contract eyo bwe yaggwako saalinyowenga. Bwe yali tenaggwako yampita ayagala tukole omulimu gwatulambule era nengukola. N'olwokuba amateeka gaali gakyankwata aga contract ekkadde nga sikirizibwa kutambula naye ku lugendo saasobola naye naluma nnyo nenyaza Mukama nti essaawa eno ndiwadira omukisa nkufunye bulungi. Okusingira ddala bwe nabadde Ivory Coast bwe nasinze okufunira ekirowoozo oba ebirowoozo ebingi nnyo mubulamu bwange. Obulamu bwange bwakyuse nnyo kubanga olunaku lwakeera lumu ne baŋŋamba nti tosobola kudda mu Uganda, tewali nnyonyi esobola kutwala Uganda. Ekisaawe ne bweba ennyonyi weeri tekikkirizibwa kuba kisibe. Ne baŋŋamba ate ffe ne bwe tuba tukkiriza airspaces nnyingi nnyo si olina okusaba olukusa okuva wano mpaka gy'onaayita yonna. Nali nokulanga kiri impossible. Nafuna pressure, nafuna depression, nafuna okutya munze nendabira ddala ng'ensi yanfunidde. Bandi awo President olwala COVID n'afa bamuziika gy'aba afiiridde. Kintu ekyo kyakubawa naye ngamba nze Eddy Kenzo omuntu atambudde ensi yonna, omuntu ali buli wamu ali mu bikanyomero, nyina emiliyoni 4 eza viewers miliyoni 4 nfe banzika Ivory Coast nafuna okutya munze netandika okusaba Mukama Katonda nyongereyo chance nkomewo Uganda nsobole okukola ebintu esinaba okukola nga mwekyo kwe kutuukiriza ekirooto ky'omwana oli ansindikira message tikyogamba Kenya esinga Uganda. Nemugamba nkomyewo this time around saagala sente naye njagala ku budde bwange nfunemu ko obudde obungi ennyo nsobole okuba nga ntunda ekigambo Uganda era mpebiddookumanzi badde ntunda Uganda nnyo ino flaga mbeera nebulwamu mbeera wemukimanyi naye this time around badde njagala nkikole nga mulimu gwange era nga mukaatako. Ekintu kyanjodde okukozesa amaanyi amangi nnyo n'obwagazi kubanga Mukama yampadde omukisa kulaba nti nfuna second chance okujja Uganda.
eriko ne bannayuganda. Nalowooza ebintu bingi nnyo nendabira ddala nga kutunda Uganda seetaaga ssente, okutambuza Uganda seetaaga ssente, wabula neetaaga kubeera munnayuganda era nti ensiri nenkwata Uganda nenjikuba abantu mu maaso kubanga ndi munnayuganda era bwekikakata okukola nti Uganda esinga ensi zonna mu nsi yonna. Nenakozesa kano akakisa okukozesa erinnya linnyina Mukama anyambadde, nenakozesa mikwano gyange bannamawulire abansitudde okubeera ddala nga ntandika butandisi paka wentuuse, tebandekeredde okumala ddala ebbanga lya myaka nga 13 kati nga tuli mu indasitule. Tufunye omukwano, tufunye n'entobuzo kubanga abali awambayumba naye nakimanyi banjagala nnyo era tugenda kukola omulimu ogunufeera. Ngenda kukwata akakisa kange okulaba nti ntuukiriza ebirooto eby'omwana owageto oba omwana owansi oba omuntu wewansi, okulaba nti musembeza eri mu kumanya eggwanga liwe lifaanana. Tujja kutuwalinga Uganda n'abantu ab'enjawulo okuva mu disitulikiti zonna ez'enjawulo, abavubuka bannange okumanya nti ensi yaabwe bagimanyi, kubanga bakufa ne banzika Ivory Coast nandifudde simanyi Uganda, nandifudde manyi Kenya kuba yadde ngimanyi. Bantambuza bundekanyire buli wamu manyiwo naye Uganda manyi mu bibuga manyena n'ennyumba shona evaayo, wabula ate simanyi Uganda yennyini Mukama Katonda gyatuwanga bwe yafaanana. Mukama Patrick saba mukuuleko mu Buganda. Guno omukisa nga tabumpadde bw'omwaka omukadde ne bannayuganda bonna, most especially bavubuka bannange. Nja kumakinga sure nti nkozesa tulambule nga tujja kulambula n'abo abaana abasazeewo okuneegatako mu disitulikiti ez'enjawulo, era nja kweyisa omukisa ogwa East Africa okulaba nti nkozesa mikwano gyange bonna buli mawanga ag'enjawulo omuli Kenya, omuli Rwanda, omuli Tanzania n'eziburundi zonna gendera ddala Juba ninayo mikwano. At least nja kumakinga sure nti nfunayo omuntu n'apostingira ekyenyama Uganda ku social media ze oba okukyogerako yonna gy'anaabali. Gwe mukisa gwe genda okukozesa ku bakwano bange bonna benna mu Africa yonna, era gwe mukisa gwe ngenda okukozesa eri bakwano bange abava mu mawanga ag'enjawulo okulaba nti Uganda kikula bakomesa. Ndi musanyufu nnyo okukola omulimu guno nga volonteeringa era nga nnyamba ensi mwe nazaalibwa era mu njoto wazingibwa, ekyo kinkakatako. Kubiriza abavubuka bonna gye bali okuneegatako bampe ku magezi ideas okulaba nti tusobola okukola omulimu guno ffenna kubanga I welcome all ideas from my people and I think we are going to do this. Ndi mumalirivu, ndi mwetegefu okulaba nti buli kimu kitambula bulungi mu mirembe egy'ekitalo. Nja kwogera n'abavubuka babuulire nti guno omulimu ndeese something on the table, tulambule. Ekisookera ddala ngenda kwongeramu amaanyi okulaba nti abavubuka bamanyi ensi yaabwe bwefaanana. Ekyo ngenda kukikozesa. Ngenda kumakinga sure nti buli muntu amanyi obulungi obuli mu Uganda. Tuleme kulaba nga byokawolanya bulungi kubanga ate nga tulina okulembeza okulaba nti Uganda esinga ensi zonna nga bwebagamba. Nja kumakinga sure nti abavubuka bwe tuli promotinga okulambula gye tulaze tunayo juice, tugulayo ekikomando, tugulayo akatono, tugulayo engoye zaayo, tugulayo buli kintu bula nti tulekayo kasini otujja kuba tukujeeteezawo ebintu egy'enjawulo. Ku level eya East Africa bantu abanajja mu Uganda kyonna kye banaakola ne bye banaakola bajja kulekawo ensimbi era ejja kulagina mu nsawo za Bannayuganda. Mu Africa yonna benaaba nsobodde okuba nga nkonvisinga ne bajja buli kye banaakola ne kye banaalekawo mu nsawo ya Bannayuganda egenda kusanyuka mpaka ensi yonna. Ogwo nno omulimu tubadde tugukoze nze ne bannange etubadde tukola omulimu gwa music dance and drama omuli Baghetto Kids, baana ba Masaka Kids, Galaxy n'abayimbi ab'enjawulo okulaba nti ate kati ffe twafuukana bya bulambuzi g'emaanyi ge tutaddemu obulungi. bantu bangi abazze tufunye wano bannawulire okuva mu media zinene ez'enjawulo okuviira kwa Al Jazeera, BBC, zonna wano zize Daily Mail, buli wamu bw'ogenda okumulinga buli mawulire n'enseno gali gatwogeddeko kubanga tukuba embuzi ne tumutuusa n'okumwagaza abazungu abaawa n'abaawa n'abayizi ba Amerika nga webuze mbalaba nabazze ne wano tukola nabo video abalala nze baproducingidde kwegamba twayingira mu industry ekyali ensi yonna okupenetrate fe twagiyingiramu ekyona kyetaaga okukolebana. So omukisa guno munene si nze nzekka wabula ffenna bannayuganda okuviranira ku bantu abandi close mpaka kubawagizi bange bannengerera kino kigenda kutuyamba ffenna era nkubiriza buli muvubuka yonna gyali kikukakatako okutumbula Uganda mu ngeri yo ate oyinza kusooka kusasulwa naye ng'okikola ku lwa bulungi bwa nsi yo kubanga Uganda ennungi nnyo ate Uganda nene okusinga ffenna bwe giriko kubanga bwe tukuuma Uganda eno tuba tukoledde omwana n'omuzzukulu. Tutera nnyo okufuna differences in politics but this is not politics. Kino kya Uganda kubanga n'abakulembeze abaloleero balivaawo Uganda n'esigala kitukakatako ffe abaliwo okukolera Uganda eyaleero n'eyinca ng'ebisigadde byonna differences tubizizika. Uganda nungi nnyo okusinga ffenna kale nsaba tukolere Uganda tuleme kukolerera individuals. Bantu bangi balina different interests mu bintu byabwe badde nsaba tufe ku kigambo Uganda kubanga Uganda yensi naawe egenda okubeerawo leero n'enkya so that tugireka nnungi nga netugyonoona. Nsaba Mukama ow'ekisa ampa amagezi okumanya n'okutegeera nsobole okukola ebintu ebituufu mbuto butuufu mu ssaawa entuufu okusobola okunoda ensi yange nga kikola mu bwagazi obw'ekiko kya waggulu just nsaba bulamu for God and my country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask you to give Eddy Kenzo another round of applause. And is that just the time when I get to toss the microphone to the members of the media, in case you have a question to ask about this campaign, about what's happening.